Okay, the Minnesota Timberwolves, they tied the series up 1-1, heading to the Golden State Warriors arena and play them game 3 on their home floor. And really what I want to talk about in this game, which is the Jimmy Butler situation, this whole thing. Because I kind of said this in the last series against the Houston Rockets, Golden State Warriors. Once I said that they were playing around with their food too long. And this is what I meant. Because now Stephen Curry, he's down with a hamstring injury. And we know how hamstring injuries can be. You know what I'm saying? We seen James Harden, and he went down game 1 in the semifinals against the Milwaukee Bucks when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. And we seen with him, and he tried to come back game 6 or either game 6 or game 7. Didn't look the same, tried to rush back, and he just wasn't the same. In his movement, all that, because we know the hamstring is going to be a little difficult to really withstand and, understand and get a real good feel about, a timetable return and things like that to really where you feeling back to normal and back to, regular activity, especially with somebody with Steph's play style. His whole game is predicated on movement. So he really going to need his hams, for him to be, really effective, even if he do come back in this series. If he don't come back 100%, and you putting Steph Curry at risk, your franchise player, the cornerstone piece, the head of the snake, the whole piece of the puzzle, you don't want to risk a further injury, especially, after you seen what happened with Klay Thompson in the same organization with the finals. He had a hamstring injury, tried to rush back, turn around, you have a ACL injury, or even worse injury that's going to prolong him to be out to miss a whole another season. So do you really think it's worth it? And really, that's why I said, like, y'all should have got the Houston Rockets up out of there in 5 games or in 6 games when y'all had the chance. Because the Houston Rockets series, it was a price to pay to come out of that series alive. And now the Golden State Warriors are paying that price. Because look, on top of the Steph Curry injury, you got Jimmy Butler. And really, this is what this video is really about, the Jimmy Butler situation. Jimmy Butler don't look the same physically. He just looked tired. He looked mentally drained. He looked out of it. I seen in clip in game 1. He said he was talking to one of the coaches on the coaching staff, and they was asking him a question. He was basically saying, "Man, I can't hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired as hell." Jimmy is worn down. Now, you can see that in his vivid, and that's why I say y'all the Warriors paid a great price to order to win in 7 games against the Houston Rockets. Because the Rockets is a young team, they're athletic, they were very physical, and that was a grueling 7 games. Grueling 7 games. It wasn't no cakewalk, walking apart. The Rockets made them earn everything that they needed to. And with Draymond, it's up there in age, 35, 36 years old. Jimmy Butler is 34, 35, 36 years old. Steph Curry, 35, 36 years old. Once you get to playing these heavy playoff minutes, it's going to start to take a toll on you. And I know a lot of people want to talk about, even with Steph Curry going down, we done seen Jimmy take a team to the finals twice. But this is different. Because the last time we seen Jimmy Butler do that was 2 years ago. He was 2 years younger. And when you look at it, in game 1, in his first round series, when he was with Miami, when he took them to the finals, in that 2022 playoff run, which was a historic playoff run, they was already cemented into the play-in. So, regardless if Jimmy, so basically what I'm saying, once he came to the Warriors, obviously he wasn't playing like normal Jimmy. He wasn't giving you the production. He was really just giving you rebounds, all the little things, being a connector, being a Swiss Army knife type of guy when he first got to the Warriors. But as the season started, once you got like a week down into the season, a few days, the last couple games into the season, where the games started mattering, where we're gonna either make the playoffs or we're gonna be in the play-in. Jimmy minutes started increasing. His activity start increasing. His usage level start increasing. That take a toll on you. He was playing the most minutes out of Steph Curry, out of Draymond. Jimmy was playing like basically 38, 40, 39, 40 minutes a game the last 2 weeks of the season. Then you go into, he added extra game in with the play-in. Then you go into a 7-game grueling series. And this one I'm gonna tell you the difference. When you had that run with the Miami Heat in 2022, and when he took that team to the finals against the Denver Nuggets, and in the first round series, he played a Milwaukee Bucks team that was older, that was a veteran team, that wasn't as young and athletic as the Houston Rockets. And a main contributor factor to that as well, they only won 5 games. Houston Rockets, you win 7 games. Now I told you, if they would have just got them out the way, you finna play another team in Minnesota that is a spitting image of the Houston Rockets. They can meet them in physicality, meet them in size, just as long, just as athletic, and just as youthful as the Houston Rockets. So these is not veteran team that Jimmy Butler was playing on his on them final runs that he was going up against when he was in Miami. Like I said, first round he played the Bucks. Second round he played the 76ers, which is a veteran team. They didn't have many young guys outside of Tyrese Maxey. Then you go into the third round. In the third round against the Boston Celtics, their series went 7. But when you already got a 5-game series out the way, then the other series went 6. You still got some of your legs, you still got some of your energy. It didn't take a wear and tear on your body how it is. The first round of the playoffs this year with the Warriors, you already going 7 games, and that 7-game series took a lot out of them. I don't got the numbers right now, but if I would have known how many minutes that Jimmy Butler averaged in that first round against the Houston Rockets, minutes-wise, I bet it's up there like close to the 40s. And that's what I'm saying. So you playing 40 minutes a game over a 7-game series span with a team that's athletic, a team that's physical, a team that's young, and you steady running up and down the court. You got to chase these guys. Then you go into a second round series. A team that is exactly like the team you just got out of a 7-game dogfight with. And you starting to see it take a toll now. Jimmy Butler, with Steph Curry being out, they looking at him as to be the number 1 primary go-to guy. He can't create his own shot. He can't beat nobody off the dribble. It's a lot when you got Anthony Edwards or Jay McDaniels guarding you on the offensive end. Then on the defensive end, you got to guard Anthony Edwards, or you got to guard, you know what I'm saying? You got to do all this. You got to rebound. You got to get guys involved. You got to create your own shot. That's a tall task you asking of Jimmy Butler at this age, at this point in his career, against a team that's long and athletic and that's young. And I think that is the main problem that the Warriors are facing right now with Steph Curry being out. The worst thing that ever happened to the Golden State Warriors was going 7 games with the Houston Rockets. And that's really how I feel about this series playing out the way it's shaping out. Because now they lost tonight by 20 points. Nobody for the Golden State Warriors really shot the ball well. You couldn't get no offense from anybody. Jimmy Butler, you need him to step up. He only gave you 17. And you look at it, the Minnesota Timberwolves has still yet to play, really a solid performance from start to finish. And that's scary to say after they just won by 20 points tonight. They still didn't shoot the ball particularly well from the 3-point line. Anthony Edwards still haven't really got his game going yet, which you can give some credit to the Golden State Warriors for that. They're making it tough on them, making it hard on them and things of that nature. But it's going to be a tall task for the Golden State Warriors to get out of this series. And you got to ask yourself again, at what cost is it going to take the Golden State Warriors to get out of this series? Because we seen what the Houston series cost them. Stephen Curry got a hammy injury in Game 1. Jimmy Butler worn down. You get out of this series and you go up against another young team in like a OKC. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know, man. The Warriors, they in dangerous territory right now. They just look old. They look worn down. They look beat up. They look fatigued. They look tired. Then we already seen without having Steph, the offense is kind of stagnant. It's not. Okay, you got Pods. We got Buddy Hield and had a few good games the last couple games of that nature, but you still have Steph Curry on the court where you have to worry about at all times. the greatest shooter of all time. Him with all that movement. So you're going to get some open looks. So now with Steph Curry out, we can primarily just guard our guy, face up, mano y mano. It's not the same. You're not getting those same open looks. You're not getting those same catching threes. Now you, instead of getting catch and shoot threes, you gotta beat somebody off the dribble now. And the person that you beat off the dribble is Anthony Edwards. It's Jay McDaniels. You going to the rim and getting contested by Rudy Gobert. You know what I'm saying? So that's the difference. And that's really what I really want to talk about in this game. Because like Jimmy Butler, he has not looked like playoff Jimmy in these first 2 games of this Minnesota Timberwolves series. Really, playoff Jimmy ain't looked the same since like game 3, game 4 of the Rockets series. Because you can start seeing it start wearing down on him slowly and slowly and slowly as the game started progress and the game started went on. Because as you see, the Houston Rockets, they was getting better as they got deeper into the games, the game 5s, the game 6, the game 4s, the game 5s, the game 6, the game 7s. They was getting better. As the games were wearing down for the Golden State Warriors, they was getting, just a little bit worse. Steph Curry didn't have, his last 3 games against the Rockets wasn't so great. Jimmy Butler last 3 games against the Houston Rockets wasn't so great. Draymond Green, I don't even really, you know what I'm saying? Buddy Hield was the one that saved the day in that game 7 for the for the Golden State Warriors against the Houston Rockets. And now they paying the price, and this is what I was saying. Last series, you play with your fool too long, not knowing the consequences, every action, everything is a domino effect. And now we just seeing the domino effects end up rippling it right into place. And that's really what I had to say in this video, in this game, because the game was really over. The whole game, it really wasn't entertaining at all to me at all. Anthony Edwards still ain't got it going from the field, ain't got a shot going. It just seems like Anthony Edwards can't finish at the rim either. He can't finish through contact. He's just struggling. He's struggling right now. He got to find his mojo. And he got to get it together. He got to play better than what he doing right now if you want to, obviously get past the Golden State Warriors. But you got a team over there, OKC, who can go to a different level than any other team in these playoffs can defend on the defensive side of the ball. So I need Anthony Edwards to start waking up and get his game back going, get his mojo, because he gonna need it. But that's all I really got. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna see y'all at the game 3.